Hi, this is Miss Feldman Tentori, and I'm going to take you through a kickoff for Ebusiness for 2018. So we hope to see you this afternoon in a live lecture, but for those of you who can't actually make the live lecture or would like to look back at things, I'm going to run through things for you here in a screencast as well. So welcome. And we're looking forward to working with you this semester. So here's a quick overview of today's lecture, and I'll go through each of those individually. So firstly, the overview of the course. What can you expect this semester from eBusiness? This is the way that the module is structured. Each week we will release an online lecture, which will be roughly around 15 to 20 minutes. This will give you an overview of the topics for the week. And we have 3 live lectures that we are doing in conjunction with Google. So I'm recording this today, just before the Google lecture, which is the 30th of August. We also have the 8th of November and the 22nd of November. So none of these are compulsory, these Google lectures, but we'd love to see as many of you there as possible because the information that we give you is really helpful for your assignments, and it will not be available online. We cannot record that lecture for you. There are also workshops. There will be 8 1.5-hour workshops. Check your schedule for these. And this is an opportunity to come and get face-to-face help from your lecturers as well as work with your fellow students. So at these workshops, again, not compulsory, but we've found that students really love that face-to-face opportunity to talk through the concepts for their assignment. There are 2 assignments that you'll be doing, and there'll be full details of those on Blackboard, and you'll be working in pairs of 2 people. There are also there's also a pass-fail for the Google Digital Workshops. Now that complements the live Google Workshops, however, they are separate. The Google Digital Workshops, the online ones, are compulsory. You need to complete that. It's a pass-fail requirement, and that is also replacing live lectures. Self-study, you'll need around about 5 hours a week. If you are familiar with the concepts, you might get through it more quickly, and if you are brand new to digital and digital marketing, then it may take you a little longer. For the AP and the TIP students, essentially you're following the same course. There's some small differences, so please see your schedule for more information on that. So these are the kind of topics that we're covering. We're doing an introduction. We're looking at what is ICT, what are the trends, what exactly is eBusiness. Then we're using the business model canvas and are looking at target market. We're considering the impact of culture and social media, and then how this all ties together with a website. We're also connecting online and offline. Digital and online is great, but there is also the need to combine these things. Sorry, my computer's frozen. So in the second block, we will build a website. We're going to help you with website design principles, going through a social media strategy, online marketing and SEO, as well as website maintenance and measurement. So that's just a little quick preview of the type of things that we're talking about in this course. After this course, you will understand what ICT and eBusiness means in a global environment. We use the business model canvas so that when you're building a website and you're analyzing the ICT for a business, you're not just doing it randomly. We're using a real framework and structure to do this. You will be building a website. In the past, students have built a WordPress website, but this year we're going to give you a little bit more flexibility to choose any platform that you like. The free ones we suggest that you focus on, and we'll go into more detail about that. And you'll understand terms like SEO, SEM, SMO, and those type of things. Your lecturers. So you'll be meeting us all face-to-face soon. I won't go into too much detail on this screencast, but I work here part-time. My specialty is in marketing and communications. Last year, I completed my master's here as well alongside teaching, and my topic was how can e-learning enhance study success? So I'm looking at online and digital learning such as you're experiencing here. I love social media and online marketing, and I've run my own business, Zesty, for 10 years. Ms. Moore, many of you will know, so she's both a lecturer and a deputy head here. She has a background in engineering, in telecoms and electronics, so she is great at this background stuff on ICT and product management. Mr. Jungmans has been with us for a while as well. He's a part-time lecturer. He's got a lot of experience in corporate marketing, communications and branding, so he's worked with big brands such as Disney. He has an MBA in global leadership and he still consults regularly with brands. And Miss Van der Ven is part-time. She's been here for a while, and like the rest of us, she's got a lot of years of business experience with a background in corporate marketing, and she still consults alongside teaching as well. The way that we communicate with you in this course is centered around Blackboard, but particularly loving digital like we do, we're giving you a few different options as well. So make sure that you're signed up for Blackboard, please, because this is the central place that all the important information will be. We are giving you some options. So on Blackboard, if you go to the community tab, there is explained there that there's a few different options if you want to communicate with us via this discussion board. On Blackboard, you can do that. I will check that at least once a week, but probably more often. There's the Facebook study group. This is absolutely not compulsory, but we've found in the last 2 years that we've used Facebook that students like to ask questions there, usually the week before the assignments, but don't leave it until then. You can interact with your fellow students there, and all of us lecturers are there as well. So again, we commit to checking it at least weekly, but honestly, we're at least I'm on Facebook daily, so we can answer questions there. Please don't message your lecturers directly on Facebook though. Just use the group, because then you can all benefit from the answers. And we're trying out for the first time this year a Microsoft Teams study group, because Facebook is not an official university tool. It's very popular, but it's not official. Microsoft Teams is, and all of you students have access to that. I've been experimenting with it over the last week, and it's quite a good skill to experiment with and learn. So again, not compulsory. I've set up a Microsoft Teams environment. If you've used things like Slack or Trello, it's a little bit like that. But it's just an option. If you want to try out using it, go for it. Of course, there's the face-to-face workshops as well, and those 3 live lectures. We have consult hours once a week, but they are really for just personal things that can't be answered in workshops. You can email your lecturers as well. On Blackboard, there's contact details for them. Assessment preview, so just a really quick preview of what to expect, and then you will get the detailed assignments up on Blackboard. So the first one is a business plan and an ICT analysis, and this is 60% worth of your grade. You are able to work in pairs of 2 people, so you can team up with whoever you like. They don't have to be in your class, because all of the year 2s and I believe the APs are at the same time for the workshops each week, but you can also work on it outside of those times. I believe that the TIP classes are slightly different. So basically just team up with someone that you believe you can meet up with regularly to work, but they don't have to be in your same class. You will be delivering a report of around about 10 pages, but that's a little bit flexible, and we'll talk you through that in more detail. But you are evaluating the ICT trends. The way that you'll do that is by using the framework of a business model canvas first to understand a real live business. There are criteria for choosing a business. I will do a separate screencast on this, but what I find really interesting, and a lot of students in the past love, that you're working on a real live case study. You can create 2 personas, or you need to create 2 personas for your target market. So that's another way of analyzing this business and understanding what their digital needs are, and you will be submitting a written report. That's your first assessment. The second one, you'll be building a website. So it's really hands-on. This is 40%, and you'll be recording a screencast exactly as I'm doing now. That isn't until after the autumn break, and we'll put the details on Blackboard. Again, you can submit as pairs, and you'll be building a website based on the information that you found out in the first assignment. You will not be building it for the same business because that's a real live business, but you'll be using the concept of the same business. So we'll discuss that with you in the workshops and in a separate screencast. Then you'll need to submit a link to your website. You'll have a written report explaining why you've made the decisions you have on your website, and you'll be recording a 1 or 2 minute screencast like I'm doing now. And the final piece of assessment, which isn't a percentage, it's just a pass-fail requirement, is you'll be doing the Google online course. I've worked with this for a few years now, and I actually train with them at universities throughout the Netherlands. And I used to record all of the materials myself, but Google have a fabulous online course that I have discovered that goes into a lot more depth and gives you case studies, and it's supported by the EU and the International Advertising Bureau, and you'll end up with a certificate at the end of it. So again, more details later, but that's just a little bit of a preview, and there are 3 live lectures also in collaboration with Google. Because I'm one of the Google trainers at the Hague University of Applied Sciences, I am both your eBusiness teacher and your Google trainer, but I also go into other universities to deliver this training. As I mentioned, you'll be doing a real live case study. So one example is the Feel at Home in the Hague Fair. We have worked on that in previous years, but you have a lot of flexibility here, and I will be giving you some ideas on Blackboard, and you can find your own business as well. So the workshops, you can come along to those to find out. We expect self-study and research. You're now year 2, and we will guide you as lecturers, but we are not here to just basically feed you the information and you feed it back to us. We expect a number of hours of self-study, around about 5 a week, and we expect that you will do your own research. We will provide a syllabus which will be on Blackboard, which is, I think it's around 6 pages, and we break down the schedule and a lot of general information in there for you. So please read that in week 1. Another tip is to understand your learning style. So many of you may be used to online learning, you may have done it before, or some of you, this might be a new way of doing things. So some people love it. I've already seen some of your responses in the intake survey. Some of you love doing online learning, some of you don't. So if you don't, if your learning style is that you really want face-to-face support, then we offer the workshops. So please come to the workshops and get used to what we call blended learning, which is a combined online and face-to-face. The research, we will guide you, but you need to do some research of these concepts yourself. So for example, we'll give you some tips of what we believe eBusiness and ICT is, but you need to also go away and find credible sources and define this in your report. Referencing is crucial. So whether you're an IB student, you should know this, or an exchange student, we do not accept plagiarism. It's an automatic fail if you have copied text from elsewhere, or if you've used concepts or text that you have not referenced. If you need more support in this, please talk to us in the workshops, or I'll provide some information on Blackboard. And lastly, have fun. This is actually a really fun module, and most of the past students have really enjoyed it. There is some room for creativity and some flexibility. So yeah, have some fun with it. I asked last year's students to give you guys this year some tips. I've taught this is now my 4th year that I'm teaching this here, and I've learned a lot myself each year. But here's what last year's students want to tell you guys. Firstly, you can see there's a theme here. Start on time, start early, start immediately, don't waste for the last moment. This may seem an easy module at first, and I think some people underestimate it and leave it until the last minute. But as you see, last year's students have told you don't do that because it will just get on top of you. It's not difficult, but it is a little time consuming, and you need to stay on track. So please make sure you do that, and I've provided a schedule in the syllabus to help you with that. When you come to the workshops, we'll also continue to guide you, but if you decide not to come to the workshops, then you really need to keep yourself on track, because I have had some students that have underestimated and failed the first time round because they thought it was easy, and it needs some work. Another tip was to pick a business that you're personally interested in. It will make your research and your creating a website a lot more fun. And really put yourself in the position of the business owner. So this is a real life assignment. It's not theoretical, although there's elements of theory, but think about, why would a business owner make certain decisions? And same with the consumer. What would you want on the website, and how do you want to interact with the business? You need to attend the lectures and workshops to really understand what the assignments are supposed to look like and ask the questions. Again, that's up to you, but we recommend that you do that. And if you have questions, then we are here to help. I prefer that you ask questions in things like the Facebook group or the Blackboard discussion, because the questions you have are likely to benefit other students. I believe there's around 300 of you doing this course this semester, and I just can't answer every individual question as quickly as we can if we share knowledge and work together. So I'm really looking forward to working with you all. I hope that that has given you a good start. So from now, please go to Blackboard. Depending on when you're watching this, maybe you've already been to the Google lecture or will be seeing it. I look forward to seeing you there, and check your schedules for the workshops. But all the best, and look forward to meeting you all.